Today we're just gonna go ahead and see how can we actually pass through a USB to our Kali virtual machine. Why do we need to do that? The primary purpose of this would be to be able to pass a USB wireless adapter because, as I said before, your virtual machine does not have access to your integrated network wireless card. So if I type in the password here, and if I go ahead, zoom, yes, please, thank you. So type in ifconfig, and you can see that I have two interfaces listed here. So this interface, this is not a wireless interface, and even though I am connected to the network via wireless, I am not connected to the network with a cable. I'm obviously using the wireless network, as you can see in the upper right corner, but that is that is a problem because you won't be able to go through the wireless part of the course. I mean, you'll be able to see it and all that, but if you don't have access to the wireless card, that can be problematic. Now, I've stated before that there are two ways of going about this. One of the ways is checking for the compatibility of your wireless card with not only Kali Linux but Aircrack, and see if it's compatible on aircrack-ng website. However, that procedure has been somewhat frowned upon, as you can't actually just use the model of your card. You actually need to go on the net and look for the chipset which is used by your card, and then use that chipset to go onto the Aircrack site and look for that chipset number. Well, let's call it a number, but marcation, whatever you wish to call it. Look for it and see if it's compatible. So if you want to go through the process, I mean, by all means, feel free to do so. I will even help you out if you like, but I have opted for a different solution. I have opted to actually get a USB wireless adapter, pass it to a virtual machine, and get an extra interface here for wireless. So the very first thing that we're going to need to do is power off our machine. So just type in power off. Let's shut it down. The second thing that we will need to do is see if we're actually capable of passing through a USB. If not, we will need to install additional software. And I will show you which USB do I have, which USB wireless adapter do I have. So if we go over to ports, and if we go over to USB, I have USB 1.1, USB 0.2. So let me just plug my device in and let's see if it actually works out. And this thing only has two USB ports, which is amazing. If I say USB 2.0, invalid setting detected, why? USB page, USB 2030 is currently enabled for this virtual machine. However, this requires extension pack. Okay, so we need an extension pack in order to be able to do this. I'm just gonna unplug my device. I will show you later on which device am I using as a USB adapter. But we're just gonna go ahead and say okay here. And now we will open up our browser. I'm using the default one, Safari, even though I generally use Firefox, but I'm guessing that, but I'm assuming that this is stock, so we're just going to use whatever we can from the system itself. Let's go ahead and search for Oracle VirtualBox. And here we go, Oracle VM VirtualBox. Let's go ahead and click on it. Sure, we can get it from here, but I was hoping to go straight to Oracle. Actually, wait, let's just see if we can get it from here so I don't have to bother on their site. Wait, downloads. Extension pack, there we go. So I do have it here. I actually didn't notice it here. Usually I just went over to the Oracle site and then navigated my way through there to find the page that was dedicated for VirtualBox. But okay, no big deal. If you're using 4.3.0, please download the extension pack here. But we're using 5.0.4. Oh, by the way, before we actually download them, you can check the version of your VirtualBox in the help menu. So just type press on contexts, should be there. No, it is, actually it is. So it's version 504. There you go. There are some slight interface variations between VirtualBox for Windows, Mac, and Linux, but nothing too drastic really, so no worries. Okay, so let's go back to Safari, and it says VirtualBox 504 Oracle VM VirtualBox Extension Pack, all supported platforms. So let's just go ahead and click on this link. The download is in progress. This should take a lot less time as these things are not very big. It's just 16 megabytes. Let's open it up. You're gonna run. Please. Yes, no, maybe. No, okay. So downloads. Where are they? Extension pack. Here we go. You're about to install VirtualBox extension pack. Extension packs complement the functionality of VirtualBox. I'm just reading this because it's probably too tiny for you to see. Maybe it's not. I can see it quite clearly from some distance away. The functionality of VirtualBox and can contain system-level software that could be potentially harmful to your system. Please review the description below and only proceed if you have obtained extension pack from a trusted source. Okay, so I sincerely hope that we have obtained it from a trusted source. This is signed. Safari is using an encrypted connection, encryption with digital certificate. Show me the certificate. Very signed, class 3. Okay, so this should be fine as far as I can see. The HTTPS seems to check out as far as I can see anyway, but there are never any 100% guarantees. There's always that 0.00000 something chance that something will go wrong. So one more thing. If you are running anything else, any other programs that are like VirtualBox, so if you have VMware, or if you have Parallels or something like that, you might not want to install VirtualBox alongside with them, because it's generally not a good idea to run two instances of these virtualization softwares of these. It's just not a good idea, not only on Mac but on any other system, on Linux, on Windows as well. So if you have one, either remove it or use it. Do not install another one next to it. I mean, you can, and you have a chance that everything will work out, but you know, just to keep it on the safe side. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and click on install. There is a license agreement here to accept from Oracle. Agree. Now it's gonna prompt us for a password, so let's just type that in. And now it is installing extension pack. And there we go, it has successfully managed to install it without any difficulties. Now what we need to do is simply go ahead and enter settings, go into ports. These are serial ports, never mind that. Go into the USB, and now you see you can select 203011, whatever you wish. We're gonna go ahead and select 20, and let's just see if this works. Okay, I can indeed see some of the things here. Definitely Logitech USB headset, the one that I'm using to record this, so I have access to that. I'm gonna go ahead and say okay for now and not add anything. I'm just gonna go over to the net to show you a picture and a model number of the wireless network adapter that I have next to me. Now, it is not mandatory that you get this particular adapter. You can get any other that is compatible or that is accessible to you, but make sure that it is compatible with Kali Linux, that it is compatible with Aircrack-NG. So I'm gonna go ahead and see the model number. It's a bit of a lengthy one, so it's AW US0 US0, and it's 36 NHR 3 NHR v.2. Okay, it's opening it up. I need image. So I'm sincerely hoping that you can all see the model number here. It's AWUS036NHR version 2. No, I didn't want that site at all. You need images. So there you go. This is how it actually looks like. This is what I'm holding in my hand now. Really, any of these pictures will do. They're all showing, I suppose, the same adapter. And this is the one that I am using. So if you want to use anything, this is the one that I have tested out. If you want to use anything else, by all means, you are free to do so. This particular adapter is not a must-have. You can obviously take another one that you have checked for compatibility. Check for compatibility on this site, aircrack-ng. And let's go ahead, select compatibility. And there you go. You have the available chipsets, and you have, it says, supported by AirDump for Linux, supported by AirPlay, supported by AirDump for Windows. We don't really care about that now. But both this needs to be included, supported by AirDump for Linux and supported by AirPlay for Linux. And you need to figure out what is the chipset of your card. How do you figure out the chipset of your card? Write the model number, and then just write the question in your favorite search engine and say, what is the chipset of the model number? Press enter, and you'll be able to figure it out. Not a hard thing to do at all. Then take the model number, then take the chipset number, and go here. Sorry, not the chipset number, the chipset designation, and then come here and try to find it. Even if it's not listed here, it has a chance of working out, but you know, it can be a little bit dodgy. You know, some features might work, some others might not, or it might not work at all. Then again, you can just go onto the net and look for the compatible adapters. If you can't get this one is like, I think I got this one for $20 or something like that. It's a fairly good one from eBay. But if you can find something cheaper that works, feel free. But I have not tested anything else out. So I have just tested out this adapter, and I've also tested out the wireless card in my primary machine, and some other things as well in terms of wireless. But as far as the wireless USB adapters are concerned, this is the one that I have tested out. Anything else, I can't make vouchers that it will work, but I mean, just make the checks for yourself and see if this part says yes, and if this colon as well says yes, then it should work. No big deal. So just go with whatever option you feel the most comfortable with, and keep in mind the cost, so try to be cost effective as well. Anyway, let's go ahead and plug it in. So just take the USB cable. All that I'm doing is taking a USB cable, I'm plugging it into the adapter that I got with the adapter, and then I'm gonna spin it around, and then I'm gonna plug the USB adapter into the machine. This is the second time in 5 minutes that I'm plugging it in, but I didn't really do anything, I just tried plugging it in. So I'm just gonna plug it in to the machine, and I hope that it's not dead. That would be very nice if it's alive, at least, because I don't see a blue flashing light at all. So let's try. I'm just going to go ahead and try plugging it into my laptop to see if it's actually alive, because I haven't used it for a while. Okay, so it is functional. Definitely I see a blue lamp. That part is obvious anyway. Let's go ahead and plug it in and see what happens. Nothing, but oh well. Let's see if we can manage to pass it through anyway. So I have the device plugged in. All that I did now is plug the device in. I did not install any drivers prior to this. I did not do anything other than just plug the device into my Mac. That is all, via the USB port with a cable that came with the device. That is all, nothing else. And this is the first time that I'm pretty much doing this. So let's go ahead and right click here, settings, go into ports, USB, it's 20 EHCI controller, click on the plus sign, and 11N USB. So let's select that and click on OK. Now let's power the Kali machine up and see what happens. Okay, excellent. So my USB is now blue. The blue lamp is on. Notice that I did not install anything on Mac. I did not install any drivers. The Mac did not recognize this device. The Mac doesn't have a clue what this device is. It's just passing it through, just knows that it's a USB and it's passing it through a VirtualBox to this virtual machine. That is all. I actually couldn't use this device on a Mac until I installed the drivers for it, but I'm not going to do that because I'm never going to use it in a Mac. What would I use it in a Mac for? Anyway. So Control Shift plus to magnify, and if I type in if config, press enter, voila, you have VLAN, WLAN 0. I am not connected to any networks, but I mean it's right there. I can use it, obviously. So if I press this not connected, well, okay, obviously. Select the network. Do I seriously? Okay, there we go. So I have a ton load of networks around me that I can use to connect. And let me just go ahead and cancel this. Go into network. I'm gonna go into network settings. I'm gonna go into network, and I'm gonna say it's. You see where it says bridge adapter? I'm gonna say not attached. So it's not attached to any of the integrated adapters in the machine. Doesn't care, doesn't matter. This is going to bring the internet connection down completely in terms of wired connection. I'm doing this so we can rely, so that I can demonstrate that this wireless adapter actually works. And I'm going to try to ping google.com now. This is not going to work out, as you might imagine. And I'm just going to Control C to quit. Now, what I shall do is just go into the network manager here, go into Wi-Fi, select the network, select this network, click on connect, type in the password, let it connect, and I'm gonna leave it to attempt a ping to see when it actually connects. Are you serious? Have I forgotten the password? You know, when you don't use your own wireless for a very long time, you tend to forget a password, which is it can be very frustrating, to say the least. Okay. Is it this one? Please tell me that it's this one. There we go. So pinggoogle.com has managed to pass through successfully. Still having some difficulties. It could be the range on this thing because I'm sitting quite some distance away, and this is a virtual machine, so keep that in mind. And the ISP router is utter junk, I can tell you that. But okay, the ping passed at least once, so you know you at least have connect. Actually didn't pass. I did resolve the IP address, so that's something, right? Nope, doesn't wanna. Okay, no big deal, we'll fix it. So it is pinging Google, but it's hilariously slow. Let's attempt to open up a browser, and let's go to Udemy. Is it gonna open the site? No, it will not open the site. Okay, so this is good that I have encountered a problem. This is bad because I will need to make another tutorial on how to solve this.